Hello and welcome to Chess Vision's video on basic tactical themes. Today we're going to look at another form of attack, very similar to the double attack. This is where one piece attacks two enemy targets that are on the same line of squares. The lines can be horizontal, a rank, vertical, a file, or a diagonal. A linear type of attack can be done only by a long-range piece, the bishop, the rook, or the queen. There are three factors that make the creation of a linear attack possible. The attacking piece, always a rook, bishop, or queen, the enemy piece that is being attacked, which is the first target, and the piece or square behind the attack piece, and that's the second target. There are two forms of a linear attack: pins and skewers. In the case of a pin, the second target behind the attack piece is usually more valuable than the first target. In the case of a skewer, the first target is usually more valuable than the second one, located behind. The king is the most valuable piece, so any piece that can be attacked in front of the king is always pinned. In this position, the queen and king are on the same file, or vertical line, so any piece that is able to attack this file would pin the queen to the king. So here, rook e1 completes the pin or the linear attack. If we reverse the position of the black queen and king, we have a skewer. The king is the more valuable piece, and when it is attacked by the rook, it must get out of the way, and the queen behind it is captured. These two ideas of a linear attack against the king are very common in games. For example, in this position, you should notice that the black king and the rook are on the same line, the seventh rank. Since the black rook is unprotected, and the black king can be attacked along the same line as the rook, white will win material by playing rook h7 check. Once the king moves, the black rook can be captured. This idea often occurs in endgames. For example, as we can see in this position, the white pawn is about to promote. And if the white rook moves, the pawn can be captured by the black rook. For instance, if white plays rook to d8, threatening the pawn on d5, after rook takes a7, rook takes d5, and this position is likely a draw. But if we notice that the black rook and the black king will be on the same line after black captures the pawn with rook takes a7, then the idea of a linear attack can come to mind. Rook h8. And now black has to make a difficult choice: to either allow the pawn to promote on the next move, or to capture the pawn and line up his own king and rook for a linear attack. Rook takes a7, and we have the position we saw earlier. Rook takes h7 check, king e6, takes a7. Another key tactical idea in linear attacks to remember is that if a piece is pinned, that its movement is often greatly restricted. This piece can often be attacked by a new piece winning material. In this example, the black knight on c6 is attacked by the bishop, and it is pinned to the defense of the king. White can attack the knight with a less valuable piece and win material with d5. And on the next move, white will simply take the knight with the pawn and win material. Here's another position showing a linear attack that is often overlooked. The queen and the rook are on the same line, and the rook on e1 is not supported. Black can win material by attacking the queen with a rook. Rook e8. And white will lose material. Notice that even without any rook on e1, black will still win material by using the same move, because the square e1 is a checkmating square. So after rook takes e8, rook takes e8, knight takes e8, black has won material and likely the game. Note that after queen a3, rook e1 is mate. This is one of my favorite examples. Another tactical idea behind pins is often that the defensive job of a piece is limited or stopped altogether because of the pin. After bishop c5, the queen is pinned to the king. But after black's next answer, this looks like a mistake because of bishop b6, pinning the bishop to white's king. And it seems that black will simply just win a piece on his next move. Was this time to resign for white? Not at all. He still has one more trick. Did you notice that the difference between the queens? The black queen is still pinned, but the white queen can still move. So, queen f4 check. And the white queen creates a decisive double attack against black's king and queen. These few examples are just an introduction to finding linear attacks in your own games. If you want to learn more about creating the habit of finding linear attacks, we provide additional training materials on our website, www.lessons.chessvision.net.